Hello, and welcome back to some Final Fantasy XIV. Yay! Also, Remnant, Blue, hello, and anyone else who might be lurking. Also, today, we're not gonna be playing 14 the whole time. At some point, I'm gonna take a break, and we're gonna play through the new Ninja Turtles side-scrolling beat 'em up called Shredder's Revenge. I'm probably gonna play it for like an hour and a half ish, and then go to it. Yeah. Also, I have a thing to block the chat finally. I can actually go ahead and turn it on. I actually have two of them. I'll just use the first one. They're both kind of dumb, but that's the reason why I made them. There we go. Bonus points to anyone who knows what scene that Shepherd face is from. I'm so glad I screen capped that. It's such a creepy looking face. Alright. Go ahead and go back to this. There we go. Alright, so we are going to jump into the story a little more. And then, like I said, after about an hour and a half-ish, we're going to go play some Turtles. And then we'll come back to this for the rest of the night. Luckily, this is one of those games where it's just like you can kind of pop in, do some stuff, pop out. So... we are level 43. We need 2 more levels before we can do the next Bard mission and get ourselves a new song, maybe. Actually, what is my next ability that I get? I get Reign of Death. Well, that is a song. It's a pretty metal one. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100 to target and all enemies nearby it. Oh. I know what this is. It's an AoE version of Bloodletter. In this game, you have global cooldowns, and you have, like, instants, and you have you have things that have their own cooldowns. Yay. Well, let me, go ahead and do that first. Bleh. Old tea. So, whenever you do a move, let's say I do my normal heavy shot, it has a cooldown. And that cooldown, it's kind of like Mass Effect, and that cooldown is now added to every single ability. However... there are instant moves, like buffs and stuff, you can just do instantly, and they have their own cooldown. There's also moves like Bloodletter. They have their own cooldown, and in this case, you have 2 of them. When you use one, it's 15-second cooldown to get another one back. Of course, you could use them back-to-back if you want. Basically, what you do is you weave them in between your stuff. And what we're getting next is basically a AoE version of Bloodletter. I mentioned before, was it worth doing like the AoE move? And then doing the single target Bloodletter? Yes, it is, because it's in between the moves. But now we're going to have an AoE version of it. Which means use that one. Alright, so we are going to our thing in the story. I believe what we're at in the story, we're kind of in like one of those parts of the story that's kind of like its own thing. In this case, we're kind of in between messing with primals. Kind of like the big bad summons that the Beast Tribes summon to make problems for us. And in this case, we're looking for what happened to some people. There were some people that have been messed up by some animal out here, some monster, and we're trying to figure out what it is. First step is to see if the Ziz are the ones that are behind it. I'm not sure why murdering them makes them innocent or not, but... trial by combat. I believe we are gathering... well, no, we're not. It just says slay them. I don't know why killing them makes a difference, but... Alright. Maybe in the dialogue in the story, the person will tell us why killing 3 of them tells us if they're guilty or not. You hate summer, but why? Summer's so good with its heat. and no new shows normally. Well, that's not true now. In the past, the summer used to be like a drought for both video games and TV. You had this. Now, to be fair, you had like in the 90s, you had like the summer blockbuster that might come out. It was fun to go to the theaters. Also, theaters had air conditioning, which is also fun when you were a kid in the summer. Can we go see a movie, please? It's hot. But now, I mean, with streaming services, we have shows pretty much year-round. There are several shows going on right now that have new episodes coming out. Although I think that also, not only is that like a thing that's with streaming now, but it's also because of COVID. A lot of the seasons got shifted like a few months behind because of COVID. So a lot of shows in the current seasons and last seasons ended at weird spots. You've already seen to the Ziz? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest the creatures are our culprits? Sorry, I couldn't ask them, they were dead. Nothing? Truth be told, even if there was proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. So I killed those creatures for no reason. Got it. Rock of Rancor. Aiden has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. There's something else I've heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemingly capes aside. There's a rumor being going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, caused it to flash and moan. This bears for investigation, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. Crag? When I hear the word crag, I can't help but think of Guts. Nickelodeon show. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Are we blowing up rocks to see if there's any ghosts in them? Right. Some key items are used on areas rather than single targets. First, press back to access the duty list. Upon selecting the item and pressing A glowing radius will appear on the ground and will be moved freely into the desired position before executing. Yeah. Didn't care about TV shows, video games. I'll get access to a pool? Oh, I didn't. I did not. Well, that's not entirely true. There was a summer place I went to, basically the after-school place I went to for a couple hours every day after school, when I was from, like, kindergarten to, like, a little bit through 6th grade. They had a summer place, like, summer courses you could take. One, I always took the comic class. There was a guy who worked there that had a bunch of comics and was, like, just way into comics, and he taught this, 1-week course about comic stuff, and of course I took it every summer. How could I not? But we had access to a pool on some of those days. It was, come to think of it, this is the kind of stuff that only flies like in the 90s and not really so much now. Kind of like how the same guy who ran the comics course, he would take about 30 of us to a comic store downtown. That would never happen today. 30 kids and only one supervisor downtown in like a kind of like a somewhat shady part of the city. That would never happen today. And in this case, this pool was just like someone's friend, and they let us use the pool on like certain weekdays in the afternoon. It was a weird setup, but it was fun. Oh yeah, I gotta throw the thing. Let's go ahead and throw something. What do we go to again? We go to... Probably just do this. I have already forgotten what to go to. I think if I could just go to key items, I can probably find it in there. Yep. The street over had like five houses down. They had a what? They had an inn in the 90s. You knew someone that had an indoor heated pool? Well, now I'm kind of a little jealous. I thought it was cool that my neighbor had a Super Nintendo. I didn't, so that worked out for me. Oh, I thought you said indoor, in-ground. Okay, all right. I was going to say, like, nobody I knew in the 90s had an indoor pool. That's too fancy. I honestly wouldn't care about the heated part. Obviously, if you could swim, like, in the fall and be fine. But the thing is, I like cold. I would have been fine with it. As long as it's not too hot. Not a hot tub, is it? Oh, that's something I used to do as a kid at the hotels we went to. I mentioned this before. My parents would, like, drag me to the beach every summer. And yes, I said drag me. Most kids loved going to the beach. I hated it. It was too hot. I was forced to be outside for... I mean, the thing is, as a kid, that age, I like being outside around my house. But being at a beach, it was just too hot. Like, just direct sunlight, just too hot. Also, I burn super easily. More times than not, I get home and have, like, a super bad sunburn. Because people would forget to have me wear sunscreen. And, yeah, I didn't like it. And I was that kid who managed to talk my parents into going to the indoor pool at the hotel we were staying at. And here's the funny thing is, as an adult, I can see how annoying this was. Like, why does my kid want to go to an indoor pool when we have the entirety of the beach? Because I don't like the beach. I'd rather be in a controlled environment. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. But what a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, huh? Oh, speaking of that, yeah. I actually had a work-related thing where I got sun poisoning, and I was out for a couple days. By the way, I didn't get paid for it. Didn't get paid for it. I called the next day and I was like, I'm feeling terrible. Like, I'm throwing up. My forearms look like they're, like, reddish brown. Like, I had, like, a really bad sunburn on them because I was wearing, like, a t-shirt. And they were just, like, blah, blah, blah. They did, like, the typical thing where it's like, are you sure you can't come in? Do you have a doctor's note? And I was just like, look, I'm not coming in. Bye. I worked at a food place. I'm not going to come in and throw up over everything. Didn't get paid for it, though, even though I could easily prove that it was on the clock that I got this, but didn't care. There was a kid like 6 rows down from me and was clearly didn't want to be at the game. Yep, that's me. That was me. I was the kid at the beach who had a towel over his head trying to play my Game Boy. Like, you couldn't play Game Boy in the sun because of the glare, and it had no backlight because you couldn't see anything. So I put, like, a towel over my head and have, like, one of those little lights you attach to the Game Boy. And I would just, like, play my Game Boy like that. And I had a Game Gear, too. Of course, the batteries only lasted, like, 2 hours, but... But these are just your garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Okay, I get why lightning crystals explains the flashing. Please explain why the lightning crystals moan. Maybe. So I've gone and wasted both your time and perfectly good fire sand sticks. Oh well. Stop sneezing on me! Iverall has information to share regarding your investigation. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Melrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging, when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Well, let's go find an eyeball. Also, Callie, I missed that. Well, I mean, yeah, sand does suck. Not only is it just irritating, but it's also very hot. Literally almost all my first memories of going to the beach as a kid was not wearing shoes and then getting on the beach for the first time and then, like, running across it because the sand is just, like, cooking my feet. Good start to the vacation. Also, I couldn't swim. Like, I was never taught how to swim. Up to that point. So going in the ocean was just like, why? Like, why do I want to go in here? I could go to the shallow end of a pool that's only a few feet deep. Or I could go in the ocean that's like 1,000,000 feet deep. And, okay, that sounds safe. No, I see you're a gunbreaker. Or you have a gunbreaker weapon glamour. Oh, they died. Ninja, I'm like translucent at this point, okay? It's hard to tell in, like, the lighting of this place, but whenever I have to go somewhere, like Walmart, unfortunately, or, like, a grocery store or something, the fluorescent lighting they use, which, honestly, let's be honest, nobody looks good under fluorescent lighting. But I look like Palpatine. Like, I went out, like, I went into the building, and I looked down, and I was just like, whoa. Like, I am, like, paper white. You don't notice because most light bulbs in, like, house light bulbs are, like, have, like, a warmness to them, so you can't really tell. Like, right now I look fine. I'm like, I look a little pale, but it's not too bad. But if I go somewhere that has, like, more cool lighting, or, like, neutral lighting, ugh. Like, when I used to use the webcam, I use ring lights that have pretty neutral lighting. I may have tweaked the white balance a little bit, so I just didn't look like a ghost while streaming. Also, the lighting was, like, shining off my skin, so I was like, I'm gonna change the white balance a little bit here to make it not like I'm streaming from beyond the grave here. Melon! Yeah, I tweaked the white balance a little bit. And I've gotten worse since. Like, I'm even less, like, tan than I was, so. For the longest time, my forearms were always, like, more tan than the rest of me, because I always wear, like, t-shirts in the summer. So, like, my face and my forearms are pretty much, and the backs of my legs sometimes, got, like, sun and that's it. For the longest time, my forearms were more tan than the rest of me. But over the last, like, 5 or 6 years, I haven't really gone outside. Now, my arms are, like, pretty much the same color. Money? But no, I don't want to just, I gotta sell you something. Hold on. I gotta find something to give you. Here, have one mushroom. I have nothing worth selling, so. But thank you for the melon and the money. Reminds me of a thing of Simpsons, where you want to give me a melon, but instead you give me money, and it's like, but I wanted the melon. And then my brain's just like, quiet you. Money's better than melon. Elaborate. Money can be used for goods and services, which can buy many melons. Man, I miss old Simpsons. A monstrous Banamite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgord. You know, melons. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. That does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with blind panic? It seems someone has used the mushroom I sold them. Yeah, at least they're enjoying it. Medrod is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banamite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we both have seen it at precisely the same time? Oh, there's more than one. What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banamite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. A whole apple tart, huh? Oh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we make it out to be. There's no reason there couldn't be... Gods, of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. It's so obvious. But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. A bunch of dead bodies out there. Yep, it's me, of course. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventure. It was a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. They're not going to believe me. It was the eyeball, I tell you, the eyeball. Sure it was. Why is there someone on the ground? Oh, the mushroom killed you. Yeah, at least I got paid first. All right. Oh, I should mention this. I updated the schedule, the stream schedule for the week. On Friday, tomorrow, we're going to be playing a new game. Hopefully. I ordered mine because I'm too lazy to go to a store. Also, I just don't want to. Because I'm me. It should be here before stream starts at 5, but if it happens to not be, we'll be playing more of this tomorrow. And then I'll be watching my phone for updates. If it happens to come later in the day, I'll switch to it. But it's going to be Fire Emblem Heroes 3 Hopes. My first Warriors-type game. I did play the demo, but only the first level. I didn't want more spoilers than I had to see. I'm looking forward to playing something new. And, I mean, it's in a world I actually know. So we're just searching for dead bodies. Hey, there's one. Oh, we found the eyeball. Yeah, we did a... So this is a typical Final Fantasy enemy. They actually exist in the very first game, but they look a little different. I also believe they're called something different too, sometimes. Not just like floating eye. Yeah, there's one. Kill it. Also, I don't think every version has arms and legs. I think sometimes it's just an eye with wings, and it just like does stuff with its eye, like lasers you. I think the 10 version might have been like that. Well, in Final Fantasy 1, it was just called the Evil Eye, I think. How do I get back up there? Let's just go this way. And then in... What else is there? Oh, also, I think I mentioned this before, but in the original Japanese version of Final Fantasy 1, the Evil Eye just looked like a beholder from Dungeons and Dragons. It was literally just a beholder. And they changed it, I'm pretty sure, for copyright issues, maybe? Well, that's creepier. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? It was the eyeball. Here's a dead body. Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I can't seem to get used to the horrid sight. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature any sightings of the winged eyeballs are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end none say. None can say. The victims have all been young women. All were found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... Huh? This button, engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or that of an organization, mayhaps. Perhaps. Either way, I dare to hope this will find prove pivotal in solving the murders. Yeah, but what killer would be stupid enough to leave a ring with their own family insignia on it? Althamare wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to this lily button. You will need it to continue your journey. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by, Mione. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Once again, I state, why would they leave items with their house sigil on the body? Reminds me of Home Alone. The wet bandits. I think it was... I can never remember their name. It was Harry and Marv, but I forget which one's which. I think Marv was the taller one. It was his idea that every house they burgled to overflow the sinks to flood the place, and they were known as the Wet Bandits. And then when the police arrest them at the end of the movie, they're like, "Thanks to your dumb calling card, we know every single house you ever burgled." Good job. I just love dumb stuff like that, where it actually kind of makes sense. Where it's like, that doesn't make sense. That was dumb. Now, of course, in a regular court of law, that's not going to hold up. Anybody can flood some sinks, and whether it be through framing somebody or unless there's like fingerprint evidence. I get it, but in movie logic, it makes sense. You've never seen those movies and TV shows where something happens and it's wrapped up nicely at the end and everyone feels good, but in the real world, it never would have happened. Good morrow to you, Kinnison. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artesian level quality, I would say. Where did you say this was found? Oh, on a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. Oh, I gotta talk to people. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette. It's not Bernie, it's Bernadette. Over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. If it was Bernadette, she wouldn't be out in public. How many Home Alone movies are there? Are there 4 now? The first 2 have the original character and actors. The third one was completely different, which I have seen. There was a period when I lived at home, like in high school. My dad had like HBO and stuff like that, and they would always play the same movies over and over, like almost every other day for like a month straight. They got the rights to it, so it's like, we're gonna play that stuff. And they played Home Alone 3 all the time. It's how I saw Fifth Element. Fifth Element was on repeat, like all the time on one of those channels. And I just watched it like all the time when it came on. Does anyone have a movie like that if you grew up around that time period? Where there was like no streaming, but you had like certain like movie channels. movies that you remember just being on TV all the time. Like, those two are definitely it for me. Like, it's movies that I saw on TV all the time. Or Die Hard. Die Hard was kind of on, like, I think it was like a TNT or something all the time. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button. Reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though. I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Saingaled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. Alright, Lancers Guild. A Christmas Story? That makes sense. Gate ticket. Okay. We have 9 minutes until the next event, so we'll continue this and then pop in there like 2 minutes till. I'm trying to think, are there any movies I've only seen on TV and never seen on like home video or DVD or Blu-ray or streaming? Honestly, Home Alone 3 is one of them. I can think, there's gotta be some other ones in there somewhere. Christmas Story. I've never actually seen a Christmas Story on anything other than TV. Bernadette believes that you can help, that I can help you. Wow. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear. But whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Oop. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Oh. Okay. I know it's kind of far away from Christmas. Hey, Christmas in almost July, right? What is everyone's favorite Christmas movie? I know mine. Actually, I have two of them. It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. Oh, hey, there's one of them. I love Die Hard. Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie. 100% a Christmas movie. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Gone with the Wind? I have never seen Gone with the Wind. The only two movies I have seen that's kind of like in the same vein as Gone with the Wind are The Sound of Music and Casablanca. I was kind of forced to watch both of them. I probably enjoy them a little more now, but I was like a teenager at the time, so yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas is cool because it could be a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie. Yeah, holiday movie. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. But I have this shiny button. Gasp! The sigil of the Dartoncourt family. Or is it Dartoncours? Dartoncourt? How is it you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. By that I mean life. That made me remember our music teacher focused us on what musical was it? Not like I know that many, but actually in music class we had to watch a Yellow Submarine and Fiddler on the Roof. I will tell you right now, if I were to make a top 5 list of my least favorite movies I've ever seen, Yellow Submarine is on there. It's just such a... I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it makes no sense. I couldn't get through it. This is in school, so I had to watch it. But let me tell you, when you put your mind to it, you can zone out on anything. Even if you have to, if you're forced to watch something, and all you have to do is just watch something. There were no phones then. Really, it was just like you have to sit here and watch it, or stare at the wall and ignore it. I think I did that most of the time. Ursendale has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. Oh, also, when I watched The Sound of Music, it was on VHS. It required 2 tapes. Kind of like Titanic, except this was way longer. Old person alert. Aw, but no, there's no old person alerts here. Otherwise, it'd be going off constantly. Because I'm old. Thing is, I have a bad memory, but not with certain things. I can tell, like, I just like that. You remember when I had to watch Yellow Submarine and A Fiddler on the Roof? 6th grade. I was like 12. And I remember what they were. And I actually remember some parts too. But I can't tell you what happened yesterday, probably. It's weird how things get locked into your brain. Like, there are episodes of Ninja Turtles I have not seen in like over 2 decades. And I can tell you, and Nicktoons, in episodes of Power Rangers, that I can tell you what happens in pretty decent detail. Except a TV show that I might have watched a week ago, I can't tell you what really happened. Oh. Not sure what that would be from. Huh. It's weird how that works. Oh, speaking of Turtles. Again, we will be playing Turtles later today at some point. If you grew up on Turtles, or grew up on side-scroller beat-em-up kind of arcade games, it's a fun time. Never done any musical or school play past elementary school. I never did either. The only thing I ever had to do was during like a stupid chorus performance. I had some lines. Not singing lines, just lines. You had to like go up in front of everyone where the mic is and like say your line or two and then go back to the group and then sing again. I never was in a play. I was never in a musical where I had my own solo part. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Darntoncours. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine. Amandine? Probably Amandine. Mistress of the household. Fair as summerish was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to exist. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company.
Glad to have you on the team.
Ooh. Ninja, thank you for giving gift sub to Golden. Well, I kind of get like, what would you? Okay, you know what? I should ask everyone that I haven't asked yet. What does everyone prefer to be called in chat? Would you prefer Golden, Dragon, Peen Dragon? Golden. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Like, this is also a test of my memory. To try to remember what people prefer to be called in chat. You know, when they pop in. Queen Ninja. Well, I suppose. I did ask. They continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None amongst us knew whence they came, these masked men. Let's see. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady... I'm literally reading the same thing again. See what I mean? See what I mean? The memory issue. God, you see what happens when I play Mass Effect on my own sometimes. I'll do the same lines over and over. I'll do the same line, and then do it again. Did I hear that before? I think I did. And then I'll do it again later. I appreciate when games have this thing where when you do a line of dialogue, it like grays it out if you've already done it. I appreciate that. In fact, good example. Has anyone here played KOTOR 1 or 2? Knights of the Old Republic? KOTOR 1, anything you find to open doesn't tell you if it's empty or not. So I will check the same ones over and over again every time I go past them. In KOTOR 2, it'll say empty or nothing or whatever it says. It's awesome. For people that have crap memories, that is awesome. My lady believes that it would be help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. Ew. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew even more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. But when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and long still for the women that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at the Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the Central Shroud. Go now. Go and do what must be done. So, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna continue to live your life? You know, you... Okay. Okay, accomplice the murder. Bye. Yep. A dungeon's coming up. Callie, would you like to join us? Also, this dungeon might be different than what I'm used to, so... I don't know why I'm running. I should just teleport. There we go. It's already too late. Well, it might not be too late. It might not be too late. Hold on. Let's try it. Some events you only can get into 2 minutes past the 20-minute mark. Other ones you can get in 10 minutes past, I believe. So yeah, I'll take a look. Although Ninja's gone right now, so... Bum 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 ba da da ba dum bum. Alright, please don't be the bad thing. Yep, I believe this is the one that you have a 2-minute warning to get into. Which means, yep, it is. I missed it. I missed it. It's okay. I'm terrible at that one anyway. It would have been a short one. Oh, Callie's role. I think she plays a bunch of stuff. I would imagine healer or tank. Or DP. Yeah, that's right. She's a dancer, DPS. I always forget the dancer's DPS. Whenever I hear the term dancer, I always think like a support role. Kind of like Fire Emblem. Or Tactics. Although, to be fair, in Tactics, dancers have a decent physical attack. It's not great, but it's okay. Meow. Ah, being chased by something. That's just a spaceship, right? I know we're in Final Fantasy and there's like Magitech stuff, but that's just a spaceship, right? Or from the back, at least it is. See what it is up here. Oh, it's the car. Okay, that makes sense. All right, Callie, would you like to join? Yay! 2 level 90s and a 43. I'll pull my weight. I didn't have this dungeon for the longest time because I stopped doing the story right before this point for a while. So I didn't have this dungeon. I had other dungeons past this that weren't story related, that were level based. Okay. Other players. Of course it's immediate. We have a tank and a healer. Some random DPS just got lucky that are solo queuing. Ah! Spooky. I barely remember this place as it is, so the fact that it's different now, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess something. Since they're streamlining the story dungeons, I'm gonna guess the part where you have to use teleport to get back home to the start of the dungeon, it's probably been taken out. I mean, it's a cool idea for a dungeon, but I can see how if the entire group's new, they wouldn't know what to do. So, I can see that being a thing they might just cut out. They didn't cut that out? Eh. I would have guessed it's something they cut out. For just, like, streamline purposes. Not like it takes a while, it's just, you know, not super obvious. They added a... Okay, yeah. So they kind of did. Tiny... Oh, it's a tiny key. I just pick up this little baby key that goes to something. No, wrong move. Well, as soon as I get my AoE bloodletter. Wait, why is it only here twice? Hold on. Better. Get out of my organized hotbar. Yeah, we're killing things so fast, there's no reason to use my damage over time. Things just die. Yeah. So I haven't noticed anything new so far, but that doesn't mean anything. This place could be a bit of a maze in one part, but you can just skip stuff. Oh, it's the mushroom people. I have a Solaris build I want to do, of a hive mind build that's mushroom people. There's a bunch of builds in Solaris I've never done before, like organic hive mind, rogue servitor, Kinetic Purifiers, haven't done that one before. I probably should have poisoned these guys. They're tougher. That's how my brain works, though. It's stubborn. Like, once I come to the realization that I should have poisoned them, even though it might not be too late to do so and get, like, efficiency out of it, I still don't. Like, I've come too far. Also, I haven't done any one of my songs yet, so... I forgot this dungeon's level capped at a level where I have songs. You know, a song. Gotta get back into the groove of everything. I shouldn't have to re-up my damage over times. Not worth it. Do you still just jump off this one? I remember that. Yeah. My least favorite dungeon is, what? I don't remember what level it is, or what it's called. Callie, it's the dungeon that has the light of the crystal. The other flying eyeball one. I do not like that dungeon as a tank. I just did not enjoy it. Part of it comes from not knowing where I'm going in that place, which means kind of death. I don't know where to stand. Like, I just don't know where to position myself as a tank in that place. I also don't like the Marlboro stinky place when I'm a healer, for obvious reasons. God, that place, I hate that place. The first time I ever did that dungeon, I got it through a random roulette. I hadn't done it before. And my white mage was so far behind on their class, like their job quests, that I didn't even have a Suna yet. Not having a Suna in that place is, it's not great. Ninja's back. It is. Unfortunately, it is not cross-platform yet. Right now, it is cross-platform between PC and Xbox. They hope to make it cross-platform between PlayStation and Nintendo as well in the future sometime. At the very least, I could see making it cross-platform with PC and the other ones. Like, each one. I have it on Xbox, because I have Game Pass, but... I'm not entirely sure how they would make it cross-platform between Switch and Xbox. That'd be an issue. Although, let's be honest, PlayStation's the most unlikely. PlayStation apparently just doesn't like cross-platform. I don't know if it's their servers don't act nicely to others or what, but generally when things are cross-platform between PC and Xbox and even Nintendo, PlayStation's just like, nah, I'm good. Oh, wrong move. Go ahead and put my damage over times on that one. Good. Which is why even if they brought Mass Effect 3 multiplayer back, I seriously doubt it'd be cross-platform. PC and Xbox probably would. That's easy enough. Usually. I think it's the most obvious one that could be, but Switch, well, it isn't even on Switch, is it? But unfortunately, anyone who has it for PlayStation would not be able to play with people that have it on PC, and probably also Xbox. Oh, it's Portal. Although, again, in order to make it cross-platform between Xbox and PlayStation or PC, it was still a pain. It took a lot of like connections of accounts to get it to work right. Julie and I had to connect the game to the Epic servers through a menu option in the actual menu of the game, which is fine. Then we both had to attach our Steam accounts and Xbox accounts to Epic, and then we had to do Xbox and Steam to get it to work right. It was mostly the friend list option. I was able to find her game by searching randomly before we linked some of the accounts, but in order for her to show up on my friends list, it required all those different connections. Here we go. I do not remember the gimmick of this boss. So if I don't do something the DPS is supposed to do, that's why. Huh. Later I'll ask the question, why was I turned to stone and nobody else was? Did they get rid of the mechanic that has the thing around the room? Okay, that was the most confusing part of this boss fight. I never knew what I was supposed to do. I feel like some people wanted to do it, some people wanted to just ignore it. It's kind of like the boss of that one place that has like the sorry, I'm terrible at describing these. I don't know the names. The dungeon that has like the ruins, where you have like the little head statues you have to finish on the things on the ground to get them to stay dead. Sometimes during that boss fight, people will just ignore the stuff in the last boss fight, and sometimes they'll actually go after them. So whenever I do those with random groups, I never know which to do. I mean, if we have a bunch of mobile classes, I don't think taking out the laser things is that important, because we can just move around and attack, but Darkness has taken... Oh, wait, hold on. I have a voice for this, I think. Let's see if this works.
Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irresponsible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Eidolon chose well. A pity that your existence is inconceivable. That's not the word. Irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Grr. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. The task now accomplished, we take our leave of you.
Oh, fine, it's still going. Whatever. Fare you well, bringer of light. Oh, my voice is different now. Oh, I need to open that so I actually know what I have to do. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, 14 freaks out when I do this. That... Bring that back up for now. Go ahead and bring this up. I need to remember to start this at the beginning of every Final Fantasy XIV stream. There we go. I think I need to make it a little bit longer. That's good. Here comes my attempt again. Hold on. Hold on. Right trigger, okay. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Yay! There you go. The one thing I can play. While I'm looking at how to play it. Freebird. Oof. Na 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 na. Close enough. Oh yeah, also we have to go do that. Oh. Hold on, I gotta hurry. If the event that's going on right now at the Golden Saucer is like a 3-minute thing, I might be able to get in. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-minute limit on some of them. Must go! What's the event? What's the event? Leap of Faith. Oh, but Leap of Faith is Leap of Faith. I don't like it. Oh. Just don't be the bad one. It's the bad one. Alright, Ninja, you wanted this. This is all your fault. You have to experience this with me. So many people. Oh. This is the reason why I like this one less than the other. There's so many people. Just everywhere. The other one at least has people separated more. Okay. Now, is there a cactuar thing over there I need to get? I think there is around the corner. No! Alright, well. Okay. At least there's some jumps you can't screw up. Like when you jump and just body block, it kind of like body blocks you so you can't jump over it. That's at least nice. Kind of like these, where you just... Oh, okay, it still can happen sometimes, I guess. Okay, so... And I think I'm actually okay to go this way. Which I think is the preferred way. Oh, nope, there it is, yeah. Alright. Now I no longer have to go back this way, at least. Oh, you're both in here. I didn't even see it. You came with me. Or are you in here? I mean, you're in the party. Are you still in here? You're probably already at the top. Yep. 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 Was there a jump there that I didn't see, or did I just fall through the level? There must have been a slight gap that I did not see. So, this is what hell looks like in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, I almost overjumped it. All right. This place is... I hate this place. I just want to leave. It looks so much more fun down there. Please. Are you Edelgard? What? Okay, the red and the horns not being on the hair horns, it kind of reminds me of Edelgard. I wonder if that's what they're going for. Dun, dun, ba-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Okay. Nope. Nope. It somehow short jumped it, even though I hit the button the same way I hit the button all the time. Okay. You ever play a platformer where sometimes when you jump, your momentum just leaves you for some reason, and you just, like, jump like a foot ahead of you? Yeah, it's like that. Where you jump to the moon. There is a gap. All right. Didn't even see it. Oh, but I don't have all the cactuars yet. Oh, good. Oh, good. Wait, where's the gold one? Whoa. Gold cactuar? Oh, there it is. I just want out of here. There is no way I'm going for that one. And if I don't go for one of them, I don't go for all of them, basically. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, it was so much fun. Okay, duty finder. You know what else you guys can come with me for? Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, you don't have one anymore? Did you turn it into Chocobo Nuggets? Did you eat it? I don't blame you. Meh. Oh, that's right. This Chocobo has, like, no endurance. No, no, no. If I get hit by, like, one Bacchus wine or one of those brambles, I'm dead. Because I have such little stamina. Bye. Bye, Callie. Your Choco was gonna be so much faster than mine. Even though I have 4 stars in speed, I'm still slow. Da, da, da. Yahoo! Man, the banjo on my knee. There are parts of certain Final Fantasy tracks that I hear other music like in it. It's like the regular one that has like Wipeout in it. Come back, Callie. I'm too slow. Oh no, Callie got hit by brambles. Now's my chance. Go, go. Don't care about lathered. Don't care. Go. 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 Pass. Come on, you can do it. Meow. Come on. Go, 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 go. Oh, I almost got first. Ah, that was close. Almost got first. Almost got it. Yay. Yeah, I think the only reason I was able to surpass you was because you got hit by multiple Bacchus wines and those brambles at the end. And I got hit by nothing. They took off my stamina, so. Yay. Ooh. That's a cool, like, samurai ninja look. I'm assuming that's ninja because you have 2 weapons. Yep. Oh, you both are. Hello, my least favorite DPS class to play besides Black Mage. I don't do ninja because I just cannot do the ninjutsu stuff properly. I just can't do it. I always mess up the order. And get the wrong thing. Okay. Let's report to, what's-his-face that the job's done. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. Also, Ninja, you mentioned Stream Raiders earlier. I will start Stream Raiders after I do Turtles. Just because I'll be playing a side-scroll or beat 'em up, I might not want to have to, like, pause it and do Stream Raiders in between. The game is already short enough. I'll just play it. Also, if anyone randomly joins, if anyone wants to join, if anyone has Turtles on Xbox or PC with a bunch of hoops to jump through, alright. Where am I even going? What am I doing? Where am I? I would say I should go buy some new clothes. But I think Callie mentioned that I might have some new clothes eventually. And no, that is not a subtle way to get free stuff. That is me just saying, like, I'm not going to shop for clothes because I think I might be getting some new stuff soon. Uh-huh. Oh, then. Well, that person would be happy to know I haven't played a single second of that game. Because I'd probably be horrendously bad at it. Yeah, I'll have the class armor. Which, I mean, Bard. I mean, come on. Why would I not wear the Bard class armor? You are returned. What sights await you within the manor? Awaited. It's in the past, therefore it's... yeah. What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. She dead. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that there are many of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Alright, well, yeah, in the end, he did turn himself in. Okay. I was wondering if he was going to be like, oh, you killed her? Oh, I'm, like, redeemed now. All my sins are gone, and I shall live my life in comfort from this day forth. Ever change the chess piece thing? No idea. I have played this game in between like so many breaks that lasted anywhere from 6 months to like over a year. I don't even know what's in the game anymore and what's not. And even if I did, like, I don't remember what was in the storyline previously, so I can't even tell you what was cut or not. I can barely tell you the difference in the dungeons. I noticed the mines because I ran it so often, and the fights were just so overly complicated and took forever. I'm glad they streamlined it. Alright, I talked to Minfilia. I don't talk to Tataru. Like, every time I have to talk to Tataru, I always think it's Minfilia first, and then I have to come back right back out. This time I am correct. Just so I could run for a second a little faster. Hey, Minfilia. Welcome back, Kinnison. Full glad I am to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? Floating eyeballs and such. 2 of Lullabray's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would we knew to what end? Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must, See, this is the kind of stuff that trips me up. It's simple, but we must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. I like how I read that as, we have no arduous struggle ahead of us. We're all good. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you're ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Ooh, is it time for Titan? I think Titan's the next one. Skeletons. That's what the achievement's. Skeletons. Wrath of the Titan. Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow Scions on a new development. Oh no. Oh no. I was just reminded of the quest line for Titan. If they cut anything from this quest line, please tell me they cut that.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
A dinner.
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
I kind of wasn't joking. If they didn't cut that part of the story out, you'll see.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off.
Yeah, that's a good point. The combination of Leviathan and Titan would be devastating from the oceans. I mean, earthquakes cause tsunamis, but Leviathan could also, I guess, cause them, so that's like a combined effort to just drown the world, I guess.
Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome.
Oh, but there's the Cobalt tribe that we mess with, that we talk to when we do the Beast Tribes. I do like that when you get to the Beast Tribe stuff, not all of them are bad. Like, those group of kobolds they're kind of dumb, but they're just kind of like, hey, we want to do good at our job and be respected for it. And the Sahagin, instead of like pirating ships and killing people, they're just like, we just want to be left alone. Like, we're cool.
The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
Well, also the term Beast Tribe just seems so insulting. I mean, again, just using the term beast, it's kind of like in Mass Effect when Avina refers to species like the Hanar and the Elcor and the Volus as lesser species. They don't mean lesser as in like they should be treated worse. It's just lesser as in like the galactic community lesser. But it still seems kind of harsh. So calling them beasts kind of seems a little insulting.
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. All right, members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Members who have been here forever. You go tell people we need help. You, go get us some supplies. You, get us some pizza or something. I don't care. You, new guy, go fight Titan.
Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would.
Hey, Fenris.
Paparino, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
I wonder if that's a joke. Come on. Little though it may be. Is that a height joke? How big of you?
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
I guess that's a valid point. Well, Minfilia wouldn't. She has the Echo too. That means she's immune too. How about come fight with me? How about that? Typical RPG thing. Which is why I really enjoy games that don't lean so heavily into the you play as the savior of the world. Right? Like SWTOR. A lot of the SWTOR playthroughs, you play as like a soldier and a bounty hunter. You're not trying to save the world. You're not like the supreme ultimate person, like the Luke Skywalker who's going to save everybody. You can sometimes just play your part. You do your own thing. You're the hero of your own story. And you just kind of do whatever. I kind of like that in games a lot of the time. Like, just let me be a random person for once. That's why I like Mass Effect 1. Because Shepard, yes, Shepard is into something big that saves the galaxy in the end. But it still makes sense that they were kind of just like sucked into it. And it kind of made sense. In 2 and 3, it kind of goes to like ridiculous levels of like ridiculous action plot armor stuff. I do like it, but yeah, I've heard Jedi Knight is like the only movie-esque one, which I mentioned before. That's the reason why I like Episode 8, in that what it was trying to do, the idea that people can be heroes no matter what their bloodline is. I like the idea in SWTOR, and on that note, I like the idea in SWTOR where everyone's kind of their own person and does their own part to make the galaxy a better, or in some cases, a worse place. I want to play through it. It's just that I have to be in the mood to play that game. As much as I enjoyed the story aspect of playing through the game, the gameplay itself just makes it a little rough for me. It took like 100 hours. I think it was like 80-ish hours to get through my Sith Inquisitor. Honestly, I think the biggest mistake I made was I didn't take a break halfway through. I'm taking a break in this. I mean, once I get a Realm Reborn done, I'm taking a break. And then I'll do the next expansion, then I'll take a break, then do the next expansion, take a break, with a game or two in between. I played SWTOR like 2 or 3 days a week until it was done. I think that was a mistake. I want the story, but the gameplay itself is a little grindy. All right, let's go. Where are we going? Nope, not you. Crystal. Upper deck. Looking for an excuse to restart. I'll play it eventually. I have 7 other characters I want to play. The only issue, and that again is the one thing I think SWTOR does better than Final Fantasy XIV. You can play the story with other people, and it kind of makes it feel like your friends are like there to help you. It's your story, but they're actually still there. The game acknowledges that you have other people. And depending on roles, you can even speak to the NPCs instead of the main character of the story. Like, I think it's a cool idea. I wish 11 did that. I wish 11, or I'll keep saying 11. I wish 14 would do that. Would allow you to play the story with other people. Like, maybe just make it a little harder depending on how many people you have and queue into the stories. Let people help others with their job quests and be able to join in the instance and help them. It can scale. Make it a little harder. That is the one aspect of this game I wish was in here. Dinner time? Okay. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect. Forgive me, sir. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. Okay? The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Oh, hey. Thank you, High Command. You may leave the rest to me. What is spread of your accomplishments, Kinnison? On behalf of Limsa Lominsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Kinnison personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagan and the Kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls, blessed with strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. Hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy, I don't know why that tripped me up so badly, make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Luminians who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Yeah, about that. So apparently Limsa and the beast tribes, at least the kobolds, maybe the Sahagans too, had a deal where it was like, you keep your stuff, we keep ours, and there's peace, right? The Luminzans are the ones that went against the deal. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, the Beast Tribe are a bunch of jerks and kill people. Aren't you guys the ones who broke the peace? I mean, even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with great care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. We were dumb, and the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry, of course, are a paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help, Kinnison? Nod. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The Company of Heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenoska. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Oh no. I mentioned before this story, like SWTOR, like MMOs in general have this problem. Look, I get it. It's a business thing. You want the game to last a long time because people are paying every month. So the longer the game takes, the more money they make. I get that. And all the end game, and obviously also you want to make cool end game content, so it's like repeatable, like Destiny. I used to play Destiny a lot. By adding repeatable stuff like raids and like weekly nightfalls and stuff, it gave you something to do and therefore something to play. Although they don't have a paid subscription, bit of a difference there. And SWTOR is free to play. That is a big reason why I think it's fine. Like I don't have a paid subscription to SWTOR. It's free. I do respect that BioWare made it free. So, although Final Fantasy, I just feel like Final Fantasy XIV has more content than SWTOR does. I know I've only played one character, but I just get the feeling that 14 might have more to it, especially now. I know they still add stuff to SWTOR, but yep. I think I was subbed once before, like once, so I think I preferred. I also did buy cartel coins too, once. It's because out of all the 8 characters I want to play, I think 4 of them are races that people wanted that I have to pay for. So, it would be nice to go back to SWTOR, even just based on the fact that I spent money on the game. There's that. Also, if I ever do go back to SWTOR, I probably will subscribe, because I believe when you subscribe, you gain experience faster. That would mean I can skip more of the super duper side stuff and just go straight into the story. I understand that SWTOR has 3 kinds of quests. Main quests, story stuff. Then you have like side quests that still have dialogue to them where you can choose stuff. And then you have like the super side ones like go fetch this and come back. Those are the ones I'd like to skip. Yeah, I think you have to be subscribed. Or maybe you can just buy them outright, I'm not sure. I think once you subscribe and get the expansion, I think you always have it. That seems like a weird way to do it, right? You'd only sub for 1 month and basically you purchased all the expansions that way. Well, the only reason I want to play the expansions is because is the story. Some stuff only continues in the expansions that I know of. Also, apparently the romances. There are some companion romances that are only in the expansions. That's interesting. Alright, where am I going now? Alright. Come on, controller. There we go. Go up there. It's probably, yeah, it's faster just to go here and go down, I believe, so. Oh, well. No. I was actually going to go talk to this person and then go play some turtles for a bit. I'm gonna go just finish. I'm gonna go turn in this quest, and then we're gonna switch to Shredder's Revenge. The game is short. It's like an hour and change. This is just like a nice short break, and then we'll come back to this. I normally don't do that. I normally just like I'll save that for like a Saturday or something, but I really want to play it on stream at least once after it hasn't been out for like, you know, too long. Am I going the right way? Yeah, kind of. Toidles. Not sure if Ninja's lurking or not, but Turtles is coming up. Again, anyone who grew up watching the 80s/90s series will should find some stuff in that game that's pretty fun. Now, they did get a bunch of the same voice actors, but, you know, just like life, voices change over time. Not all the voices can sound exactly the same. And unfortunately, the guy who voiced Shredder is no longer alive. His name was I believe James Avery. He actually played Uncle Phil in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So it is a little jarring to hear Shredder talk and not have it be that voice, but it's understandable. I'm not singing. Lay down your burden, son, come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Aye. You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells, price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tractome and the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Shall we be talking to you later? Oh, you don't like the Subligar thing? You don't like the Subligar with the boots? When I played Final Fantasy XI, I played a human character, just Hume. And early on, Subligar was like the best gear I could get, so I got used to it. I got used to like the Super Saiyan kind of look. But yeah, the Subligar with like the chest harness and the leopard spotted arms and like, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so I'll cut here for the YouTube video, and then I'll splice it together afterwards. I need more gear. I want to get to level 50 Bard so I can get my Bard gear. I think Bard gear is going to look quite nice with the Moogle hat. Also, I did mention there's something else coming out about Turtles. It's the Cowabunga collection. It's supposed to come out at some point this year. It has 13 games in it that I know of. It has all the old ones. Like, it has all 3 Game Boy games that I had growing up. It has the NES game. It has the other NES games. It has the arcade game. It has Turtles in Time. Supposedly, it has 2 versions of Turtles in Time. That could be misinformation. It supposedly it has the console version and the arcade version. The arcade version looks a little better, but has less levels. Also, let me go ahead and block the chat there. We'll use the other one. I have 2 of them in there. But you see, we do a couple dungeons. 13. Okay, what we'll do is I'm going to queue up for a dungeon, and I'm going to continue the story. And then we'll just go from there. Again, the only downside to playing DPS in this game, you end up waiting quite a while for queues. Also, if anyone's on the server or the data center and would like to join me running some dungeons, I'm always up for it. I am on Ultros. No, I was in the right place. Tactum is eager to regale you with stories of his glory days, and also give us more paint. Everyone in Eorzea wants to give me paint for some reason. Gah! So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do ye? He took one look at what I'm wearing and ran away. Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, eh? Titus? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and 3 nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit, boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Tank or heal? Okay. Whenever this, yeah, I'll get you in here. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero. I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why do you have me do me a favor and kill those rats that are making a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that and we'll talk. So, I've already been this far in the story, but the fact that he's calling Titan Titus is not a good sign. I like how it's Tales, the mission's called Tales from the Titus Slayer. Also, obvious callback to Final Fantasy X, which is my favorite. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Draw. So how do I I don't know this game super well when it comes down to certain mechanics, like how to do things in the menus. How would I go about in search conditions? What's your what's your character name? And I'll throw it in there. Yeah, this guy is on my first character, I stopped before all this. I stopped before the Titan stuff and just did everything else. I crafted, I leveled up other stuff. Oh, okay. I'm just headed right over here to fight some rats. Also, whenever I think of, like, the first mission in an RPG, killing rats is always pretty high up there, right? So again, the idea being that this guy is, lying, isn't he? Oh! Ooh, Rat King! We already fought you! We just fought you in Turtles. Oh, also, speaking of the different characters in the 2003 series compared to the 80s, the Rat King in the 2003 series is very interesting. Like, the way he's made and comes to be, and it's just like, it's pretty interesting. I think I like all the takes of the characters in the 2003 one. And once again, Shredder is just an evil, evil person in that one. Yeah, so the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venture. Save me the hassle of, never mind. Yes, I deserve my blue paint. Hey, I can do my Bard quest now. Which I will do after the dungeon, I guess. Hello. Yay! Immediate. Every time. Man, I hate being a DPS when it comes to queuing. I made myself a DPS for this entire playthrough because it's just faster to get through stuff. Just kill stuff faster. But it's so annoying when you're trying to queue. Ah, the non-goo dungeon now. You know, I kind of miss the goo. And then I actually think about it, and I don't. Oh yeah, I can skip this, because we've already seen this. Hello. So I'm also, again, leveled down past below 30, which means I don't have my Bard stuff. So no singing from me. You know, one thing in this game I really want to get to that I've been told is awesome, also based on what I like. Apparently there is a series of dungeon runs in this game that are based on Final Fantasy Tactics. I would like to get to those someday. I'm not hitting on, am I? Yeah, I think I am. I think I know. Also, yes, I am a button spammer. I think it's kind of perfect that I'm heading towards being a machinist. Machinist is the one class I've wanted to play for the longest time. I'm going to finally unlock it this time. And the fact that I'm just used to doing this anyway. I've been told that machinist is a bit of a spammy class. Alright. Boss fight time. So I don't have Barrage yet. That's pretty much all I can do. Not only are these earlier dungeon boss fights seem more streamlined, like less stuff, less ads, whatever, but they also seem easier. They seem to have less health, making these runs even faster. It's gonna be fun when I get my my AoE Bloodletter. Also, I'm always open for some tactical hints. Keep in mind, I'm not going to be playing Bard once I get Machinist, at least for a while. My main 3 classes are going to be Machinist, Gunbreaker, and probably Astro for my healer. And I'm just going to main those for a while playing through the story of the expansions. So I could use any... I have never actually played any of those classes. They just kind of seem fun and thematically appropriate for my character. See, this is why I don't miss playing Black Mage. See the Black Mage we have in the party? Or Thaumaturge, whatever he is. He can't really do anything while we're running around with these mobs, but I can. I just don't miss playing that class. Oh yeah, I have this, by the way. We'll just ignore the fact that I forgot that existed. I do need to start getting more seals. I think on my time off from streaming, like whenever I'm not streaming, I'm going to be doing some dungeon runs. I don't want to over-level, really, but that's how I get seals, so. I want to get to squadrons so I can start doing that. Because once I unlock squadrons, I'll be able to do, what are they called? The retainers. I don't tend to use retainers until I have a good amount of ventures saved up. And that's what I use a lot of my seals on, to buy. Once I've used them to level up. Should probably start the retainers soon, though, even if I don't have a lot of ventures. At least make them. I don't need the storage yet. Honestly, until I dive into crafting and gathering, which I'm not doing until the first expansion, I really don't need that much storage. Not surprisingly, when you gather everything, you need storage space. Which brings back memories of Final Fantasy XI, where I spent half the time playing the damn game, organizing my items. Uh-oh. Nah, we're fine. See, I've always been told, if there's 3 enemies or more, use your AoE. But I know there's got to be situations where it's better not to. Like in that situation, what if our tank was being overwhelmed by the enemies? There were too many. Rather than use AoE and kill them all at the same time, like evenly, it might make more sense for me to go after them one at a time to like lessen the, you know, the damage my tank is taking and the damage my healer is trying to have to heal off. Oh, eee. What is happening? Can we just... That was weird. We'll just ignore that. Oh yeah, we didn't get to fight this boss yet, because the one time I did it, they killed it before I was done with the cutscene. Oh, here comes the egg. Bum-ba-da. Yeah, my gear condition I think could use some fixing. Do. Is there a person close to this area that can fix my stuff? Yeah, right over here. I think my stuff is pretty beat up, considering I have not fixed it this entire time. I mean, if you'd like, we can run some more just for fun. I'm you know, I like playing the story in this game, but also just running random dungeons is fun. Also gets me more seals, which I need. There you are. Everything. That's so cheap. It's like it's so. I think I remember like repairing stuff was more expensive. That was so cheap. Yeah, we can run a few more. Like I said, I'm kind of taking it easy this week with stuff, and doing the story means a lot of reading. And part of the reason why I'm taking it easy this week is my voice. Whenever I take some time off streaming, then go back to it, my voice just gets destroyed. Yeah. How did you get this car anyway? I'm assuming it was a vent in-game that has already passed, because it's not in the store. Yeah. I need a flying mount. I can't wait to get a flying mount, finally. I also like the idea of having a mount that that can hold multiple people, just in case. I did tell myself I could buy one mount from the store. Oh, we got this one. I can buy one mount from the store, and I can buy one glamour set. But the mounts in the store they're okay. I like the motorcycle, but it's only a one-person one. Oh, we have a dancer. Awesome. I did enjoy Dancer. If I wasn't already set to being a bard to start, and then being a machinist, I would have probably been a dancer. It's a fun class. Alright, where's the nail? It's any second now. There it is. I'm still close enough. Whoops. Hello? That was weird. Ifrit kind of freaked out for a second. What do I do again? Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure I can't dodge that move. I'm going to try to dodge it anyway. Pretty sure no matter how much I try to time it, I'm going to get hit by it, but... Yeah, we did it. Yay! Ba-ba-ba. Let's do another one because that doesn't count. For the longest time, the only primal fight I had was that one. Since I stopped the story before Titan stuff, every time I got a primal, it was always that one. It's gonna be fun to actually have more stuff to do, eventually. Also, Callie, if you're still here, you could join us if you want. I'm surprised we didn't get one immediately. Go ahead and bring this up real quick. Got it. Try it again. Aw. Either it sent me to the Aetheryte, or it looked like I dropped out of the bottom of the thing before it queued. I'm not sure if you were flying near it, and maybe I just happened to drop right in front of it. Oh, the mines! The vastly improved mines. We have 2 bards in the group. Yeah, we're gonna sing them to death. Except we can't because we're both level capped at 20. You know, some classes are better than others, level capped. Some, I really don't mind the level cap. It's just like, oh, I don't have this yet. That's not that big of a deal. But sometimes classes have it just bugs me. Red Mage was a good one that bugged me. Because of the way the Red Mage stuff is balanced, you have like 2 single range, you have 2 single target, 2 AoE target, and then like you weave in between them, and you raise your Black Mage and White Mage meter, Black and White Magic. There'd be dungeons where you'd have one but not the other. You'd have like the White Magic AoE but not the Black Magic one. So you had to use the Black Magic single target to compensate, and it just bugged me a little bit. Just those awkward, like, in-betweens. Look at the efficiency of this. And as the DPS, all I have to do is just follow and hit the same button, which is nice. Devils! Welcome to the Bard Party. Oh, there's only 2 of us, but still. You can never have too many bards. That's not true. You can definitely have too many bards. You know, I wonder, out of all the Final Fantasy games in the series that has a bard character, whether it be through class, like tactics, or just like Edward, like a bard character, who is the best bard in all of Final Fantasy? Like combat-wise. Like, who's, like, the best one in combat? I mean, it's not Edward. Yeah, even if he's the only one, he's not Edward. Although, apparently in the new versions of 4, like the PSP version, Edward gets really good at higher levels, which is kind of funny. I mean, what other bards are there? 1 doesn't have any, 2 doesn't have any, 3, I don't even remember if 3 has bard class or not. 4 has Edward, 5, I don't think has a bard class. Does 6 have a bard? I mean, 6 has so many characters. I don't think they have a bard, do they? Or a character that, like, acts like a bard? It's 3:11. No. No, you just go to bed when you're tired. If you're not tired, you don't have to go to bed. If only it worked that way all the time. I'm tired. It's time for bed. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, yeah, sometimes in games, characters are just like a combination of things. Like Final Fantasy X, Titus is a warrior white mage, Yuna is a white mage summoner. Well, not time mage, the warrior time mage, not white mage. White mage summoner, Auron's like a samurai knight. Kimari is a blue mage, dragoon. Lulu's just a black mage for some reason. Riku is like an alchemist, chemist / thief. And Waka's kind of like an archer oracle. It's like long-range stuff plus status effects. Oh, we went the wrong way. Sorry, I was just following the other DPS. Yeah, I can run faster for like a second. What about, is there anything in 7 that acts like bard stuff? Is there a singing materia? I don't really think so. There's just, like, supportive stuff. Also, most materia only does one thing, so it'd be kind of hard to have, like, bard materia. Let's see. 8. Is there any limit break that even remotely seems like a bard? Not really. I would say Selfie, just because the slot machine is kind of dumb and goofy, just like a bard is sometimes, so. I guess that means Kate Sith. Oh no, Kate Sith is the bard. He has slots and he has a megaphone. Alright, well that makes more sense now. Yeah. It's not perfect, but Kate Sith is the bard of 7. You know, in more ways than one, I feel. I mean, technically it isn't they aren't a bard just because they have a slot machine. I just think slot machine is like a goofy way of attacking. Like a megaphone. Kind of like a harp. I'm not sure what I would consider slots. Gambler? Waka has them too, though. I don't know. What about 9? Not really. No. I don't. You got a Lancer. You got Steiner and his sword magic stuff with Vivi, who's a black mage, summoners. You have a monk. You have a blue mage and Quina. I guess the closest thing to Bard, in a story sense, is Garnet, because she sings, like, twice. Let's see. 10 really doesn't have anything. 10-2. Song Sphere. The Songster Sphere. That makes sense. 12 really doesn't have anything like that. I guess there really isn't, like, that many bards in the series. Oh, no. We talk about 10-2 here. That is a rule. That is one of the rules of this channel. We talk about 10-2. If only for its awesome dress sphere system. And it's really, like, it's really different music. I like the soundtrack of 10-2. Yeah, we did it. There it is. Took a while to get to it. Wait, can I unlock a new dungeon? Hold on now. Hold on. If I go to the, I wonder if I can unlock a new dungeon because of level. I'd be missing my level 45 Bard ability. If it's a dungeon that lets me use it, but... Let's take a look. Nope, I think I'm still locked out of all the stuff over here. Oh no, here's one. Yeah, go. Maybe I can do that one. Oh no, I know which one that is. Oh no, that's the Veil place. No one likes that. Well, as a DPS, I don't mind it. As a tank or a healer, I hated it. Where do you get the Darkhold? I just hold. I don't like Veil because the first time I ever did the Veil, I was a healer, and I didn't have Asuna. I failed to do my White Mage quests up to like level, I did like up to like level 20 only. So I had, like, no better cure. I had no Asuna. It was not a fun run. I'll just forever hold that against it because of that. Nedrick knows of a place where a skilled adventurer might hone his skills. We can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Kennison this or Kennison that. Why, if you're some kind of goddamn hero? But I jest. Even I can see that you're itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place. The Aurum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Corthus and seek out a man named Willielmus. Okay, and tell him that Nedrick sent you. I haven't even been there yet. I don't even remember how to get there. I don't remember how to get there. There it is. Oh, this is also in there, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, it is. Well, we're going that way, I guess. What is the way that leads into here, though? Ishgard. Ah, the Black Shroud. Which I also haven't been to. Alright. I gotta figure this out. From North Shroud, okay. I couldn't remember, like, which one I had to go from. The story hasn't got me there yet. Well, if we run that, then I'll probably level up, and we can run the Veil to finish off the night. Alright, so which way am I going here? Old Gridania, Central Shroud. There it is. To the left. Oh, hello. Why not ride in style? Oh, let me get off this. There's too many cars. Transformers. Man, I keep saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it. I can't wait to have a flying mount. It's going to make things so much faster. I remember this area. This is where I did some of my Dragoon stuff. I like Dragoon. I've been told that Dragoon gets pretty different after 50. In terms of like what you do with your rotations and such, but I liked it. Up to 50, at least. Oh. That person has the, So this might be a dumb question. How do I get out? Well, I'll just do that. Oh, this way. So what is the blue mission over here? Is that the one we're looking for? It is. Fort of Fear. There are dark places that only adventurer may loom, and Sir Carolot, or Carolo, is about to point the way to one such pit of peril. I did not enjoy this dungeon tanking for the first time. I just didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't know where to stand, what to pull. I have heard of much of your doings, and I think you're the man for this task. To the west is I'm assuming the D is silent. Zemiel Darkhold, or I have to say, like, Zemiel Darkhold. 'Twas meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Zemiel, ever a friend to House Durandare. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of Voidsent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophelie at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Sounds good. Oh, up here. So this might be a dumb question. Does every mount float or fly when you unlock it, or is it only specific mounts that have the fly feature? Once again, I don't know how to get out. I don't know how to get out. I'll just do that. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, it would make sense that my Chocobo one does, but... Welcome to Zemiel Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravani employees and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zemiel began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the Voidsent struck, interrupting the work. Alas. Then in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep. Alack. All in all, 'twas a fine mess. The Garleans were eventually forced into retreat, of course, but the Voidsent remain, and so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe. Woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rage, and we have no nights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long tea time arranged by Sir Carolo. Please see to these abominations, Sir Adventurer, sir. I have much prowess with the paperwork. should you acquire aid of that sort. All right. Bum. So we'll go ahead and queue up for that one. I didn't do this one for the longest time either, because I just didn't know where you unlocked it. I unlocked the ones in that one area where like the Waking Sands is, but I didn't know there was one over here I could unlock. I think I unlocked this like way after I got to level 50. Yeah, I don't mind this. I actually kind of like this dungeon. I like the boss fights. It's just as a tank, I just didn't know what I was doing. Now, in my personal experience with 14, people understand that. If I go into a dungeon and I'm like, hey, this is the first time I'm running this dungeon as a tank, they're just like, oh, that's cool. I mentioned before, I have only had one ever negative experience on 14. And it was in one dungeon run. And I was tanking. And it was one of the first times I ever tried tanking, so you can probably imagine how that went. Also, hello, Scandy. Moogle. Yeah, take a look at my chat blocker I have on OBS right now. It's my shepherd kind of creepily looking at a Moogle with a knife. In a nice hat. A hat that not only do I own in-game on my character, but in real life as well. It was kind of expensive. I bought it straight from the Square Enix store. It was a little expensive for a Moogle hat, but you know what? It's nice. It's comfortable. I think it's well made. Like, it doesn't seem to be falling apart in any way. It's nice. Also, hello, rat. We should name the rat. What would Kinnison name his pet rat? I believe Kinnison is also bad at naming things, just as I am. Oh man, what if I had to make a name for all my minions? Oh no. Oh no, it's begun. I need a name for all my minions. Four ads immediately. I need to learn how that works. I need to learn how to do the thing where I play an ad with the press of a button. That way it doesn't play later. Like if I go on a break or something, it's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick or something, and it's like play ad so it won't play later. So I'm terrible at naming things, but what would I name all my mounts? I got nothing. Melon. Probably the lamest thing I could have named it, because it's literally in the name. The turtle's Donatello. Ah, the crystal place. As long as I'm not tanking, I'm cool being here. There we are. Let's go. Oh yeah, I also have all my stuff here. We're level 46. Exactly my level. I have all my songs and I can take... Oh no, this is actually going to be a test. I have to like weave in other stuff that I can knowingly do. I won't sing until we actually stop to attack. Right here. I'm supposed to have my AoE Bloodletter at this point, but I don't. So, single target it is. I'm gonna have to run this dungeon more often off stream. It'll get me used to my abilities more. Like, I have Barrage. I can use Barrage now, although that's probably a boss thing to do. It has such a long cooldown. But... Other song. And I believe Other Song gives me better cooldowns on everything, including my regular attack as well, as long as I have more musical notes. Yeah, I believe this is the room that things went bad in when I was tanking. Getting in the crystal. Yeah. I guess I just stand here. Run! He's coming back. Ow. I always forget about these things. I'm not even sure how these work. I don't know if everyone has to be in them or what. I don't know if it goes faster for every person in it, or is it just one person needed? Run! He's coming! Alright. So my songs are pretty much up. I can take off one status effect. I gotta remember that. Alright. And once my straight shot is up, I will use barrage and then straight shot. If straight shot ever comes up. That was the wrong move. Whoopsie. Alright, is he immune yet? He's getting there. I'm gonna save it for that. Pretty sure this doesn't work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Nope, didn't work. Ow! Okay, so I use barrage and then I use this. Yeah. And then my other song. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about my damage over time moves that I could have used at the beginning of the fight. See what I mean? I just need some practice. I just need some practice in remembering my abilities. That's what happens when you run a bunch of low-level dungeons all the time. I see all these abilities on my hotbar, I'm just like, what do I do? Now, these might actually be decent for me, but, whatever. Hey, Blitz. I keep fat fingering that. Keep doing it all the time. I need to move that damn move. I'll hit B to cancel something, but I'll still be holding down left, right trigger, and I'll just... Yeah, if I had my AoE Bloodletter, I'd be doing more damage. Oh well. At least I am aware that I need it. Unlike the first time. Yeah, you noticed you were still alive? No, you're dead now. I mean, am I assuming that the best use of Barrage is Straight Shot? Because it does the most damage of anything I have. I guess the AoE, an AoE Barrage would also be good, because I'm hitting 3 enemies or more with it, 3 times each, so. Maybe it'd be good to use during, like, doing, like, dungeon runs where we're just, like, getting all the enemies collected. I did it again. Kind of like right now would be a good time to use it. That, and then Barrage. There you go. I also need to do my singing more often. Why didn't I sing? Oh, I moved. They don't take long to do, but apparently if you move, you can't cancel it. Like I said, once I run more dungeons at my level, I'll get used to the abilities more. Also, running dungeons means you know where to proc certain things. That might have been a terrible place to proc the Bard song, because now it's gone. And most of it just went to waste. Alright, everything's on cooldown. Stop throwing rocks at me, jerks. Alright, Barrage is back up. There we go. And stuff. I could use some pants. Man, I love the skeleton enemies in this game because they're just skeletons. There's nothing special about them. There's no Final Fantasy take on them. They're just skeletons. Now, I'm pretty sure that... I mean, I pretty much only watched one person stream 14. Well, a couple. Generally, when people play this kind of... play, endgame stuff especially, do people turn off the animations for stuff? Because there have been times where I'm doing something, and there are so many animations going off at the same time, I can't see any of them. I'd imagine that people that do, high-end dungeon stuff might take off certain explosion things. It can be kind of distracting. Oh, no, we're good. Oh, they're the skeletons again. Oh, man, they moved. Kind of wasted my barrage a little bit there. And here's the boss. I kind of like playing. I like this boss. It reminds me of something. There's something about this boss, I can't tell you what it is. It reminds me of something from something else I've played or seen, and I can't quite figure it out. It kind of reminds me of, Violator from Spawn, sort of. Around, the face area, and... I don't think that's it, though. Almost forgot about my stuff. Barrage is almost up. Good. Interesting. All right, who's he targeting? It's not me. I don't remember. Does the army one do anything for my teammates? The other one increases their attack by 1%, and I get, the bloodletter cooldown thing. Does this one do anything to my teammates, or is it just me? Huh. If it's for everyone, that'd be pretty powerful. If it does the same thing. Oh, it's me. Bloodletters for all. Didn't like my music. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Yeah. What'd you miss? Just some dungeon stuff. We win. And now we have one last dungeon to run. The Veil. Like I said, DPS Veil run I'm fine with. I just don't want to be the healer there. Okay. I guess we head over to where the Veil is. And that will probably do it for the night. We'll just run that and then that'll do. And again, tomorrow, yeah. Well, I just thought, like, I'm a hoarder. I tend, in every sense of the word, like, I will... Oh, can I not get in there when you're airborne? I don't think I can. Or is it just because I'm on the Chocobo? No, it's Chocobo. That was weird. There it goes. But, like, I usually hoard buffs. But the thing is, if we just beat a boss, or, like, we're in between bosses, I mean, using Barrage is better than not using it at all, I guess, if we have enough time. So I just wondered, like, what's the best way to use it? Like, would a Barrage AoE move be more effective if there's a certain number of enemies nearby? Like, if there's, like, 6 enemies, would a Barrage AoE move be better than just a Barrage straight shot? I feel like numbers-wise it would, but... Hail, adventurer. Wait, do not tell me. Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Aurum Veil earned its most enticing name? Allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which through reactions with the groundwater combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damn death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you. But do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Veil to last me a lifetime. I'll take your money. Bum, ba-dum, bum. All right. Now, this not being a story dungeon, I'm assuming it hasn't been changed at all. I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like a good barometer for how a Veil run is going to go is how good the beginning part goes. I've had a few that just did not end well. Like, people just, like, we all kept triggering, like, all the enemies in the area. It just, like, it didn't go well. Alright, so next time I have to get my Bard level 45 move, which is a AoE Bloodletter, which means it'll go over here in the A slot. What other abilities do I get soon? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to, like, mess with this. I need to mess with that later. Battle Voice. Increases direct hit rate of self and all nearby party members for 20%. Now, is that a song, or is that just an ability? Instant ability. Because these all have, like, special things with their whole song. This one is very simple. Oh, this is not a song. It only lasts 15 seconds. Okay. Good to know. What else do I get? Oh, yeah. Let me take a look at this real quick. This one. To self and all party members. Yeah. It's all party members. Direct hit rate by 3%. But also, I believe only I get the repertoire effect, which is the best part about it. I wondered, like, if other people were allowed to get the same buff. What if you had, like, a second bard in the party? Would they get the same effect of, like, the Bloodletter refresh rate that I would? Although I guess they could use theirs, too. Of course, we'd probably want to alternate it. It'd be kind of cool to have another bard in the party that has all the songs. We just alternate our songs. Now, do bard songs stack on teammates? Like, if I used the mage one and they used the other one that I have, the army one, would they stack on our team, or would it be just the last one that was used? I wonder. Oh, we have an Astro in the party. It's time to duel. Yeah, having the AoE Bloodletter would be nice for this place. I'll have it by next time. The first thing we'll do next week in this is get it. Yeah. See, this place also introduced a new question for the White Mage. When do you use your Holy Spell? Obviously, the balance of throwing rocks and healing is fairly simple. Throw rocks, if someone needs healing, heal them. But I kept thinking, like, I kind of like... I struggled to use Holy. Mainly because I was just worried if someone would die. But yes, I'm aware that Holy is also damage mitigation. It stuns. When enemies aren't getting hit, you don't have to heal them. You don't have to heal your teammates when people aren't getting hit, so. Or it's a good time maybe to... I don't know, depends. Doesn't it stop stunning after like 3 times? Oh, it makes sense. Be a little too powerful if it just worked constantly. Oh yes, the gold lung. What are we doing? 2 stacks, I think? Two stacks. I need fruit. Where's the fruit? Oh, there's one. I don't want to take the one behind the tank, though. But that's all that's here. So, and I'm dead. I believe I hesitated a little too much. I didn't want to take the one. I didn't want to take the fruit away from our tank, so. Generally, there's enough fruit for everybody, right? Did I just not see where the other one was? Now, there's some at the exit. I'll just eat those. Well, usually there are. I guess I'll eat this one. Hey. Yeah, that's one thing I learned from playing this place. Like, the tank and the healer especially, if they have, like, a fruit right behind them, like, don't take it. It's not great when the tank has to run around with the boss following them the entire time looking for a fruit. Wouldn't bother me too much because I'm an archer, but... Just less chaos, the better. Die, Marlboro eggs. Man, what Final Fantasy has the most dangerous Malboros? I would argue 10. 10 has like the big ones that always ambush you and have a good chance of bad breathing you, and then you just die. Unless you have ribbons on. Like the ribbon effect on your armor. I've literally had endgame builds lose while I was grinding in the Omega Ruins because I didn't have ribbon on yet. And my teammates just killed each other in one hit because I was super powerful. Like, the more powerful you are, the more dangerous it is. Alright, target the one in there. There you go. Again, if you're training your party to be super powerful in 10, you will die in one hit. If one of your teammates hits you, you're dead. And if you don't have ribbon yet on at least one, even if you have ribbon on one person, you'll still lose if that one person dies. I was gonna say 8 before I thought of 10 because I haven't played 8 in a while, but I remember 8's Malboros being pretty bad. I think 7's were kind of easy. Like, they didn't have a lot of HP. Well, the standard ones anyway. I don't know if there's extra hard ones later in the game, but... Ow. Didn't get there fast enough. Yeah. I never know where to go with that. Oh, he canceled it. Never mind. Yeah, I need to look into, like, doing them when I want to instead of when they want to. If we're, like, queuing for a dungeon in 14, it's like, I'll just do an ad now so it doesn't pop when I don't want it to, when we're actually doing stuff. Kaboom. I know some things were changed, because I have not changed, like, anything in the ad settings ever. I just kind of left it what it was, whatever it is. So if it has gone up, like, in occurrence, I don't know. I guess they did something. Damn, sponsor time is going to turn into like a real sponsor time, kind of. I'm going to make a channel point redeem that's like, play an ad, so it won't play later and interrupt things. Hell, through the program I use, I might be able to make a channel point redeem where it actually does play an ad through Twitch. I don't know. It might work. Yay. Yeah, we're almost to the boss. I might as well just save my songs. All right, maybe I won't die from scurvy this time. I need fruit. Okay. Song. Should have done that first. Oh well. Right, one is fine. Except now I have two, because he punched me with something. I'm just going to eat fruit now. New song. Oh, they already got him. That was fast. Ba, 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 ba. Now I might want to go. I should have used Barrage with that one. Oh well. It'll be back. Maybe. There it is. Ow! Why the... Oh, wait. Where did I get 4 stacks on? I wasn't paying attention. Am I crazy? Or I did not see... I had 1, then I had 4. Oh. Okay. Yay! I thought I had like 2 on, and then I looked up and I had 4. It's like, why am I almost dead? Oh, they're already gone. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, treasure, all for me. The treasure is just mine. And I already possessed it. All right. Never mind. I haven't hit the treasure button in a while. What's it gonna be? Nothing! Okay. I am going to... Yeah, sure. I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna go back to a crystal. There you go. It'll save me some money. Thank you. Ah. Driving in a flying convertible while it's snowing. Can you put the top up in this, or is it always down? What if it's raining? It would ruin the interior. Ooh. Oh, I wanted to see the dash. Come on. I want to see the fake numbers on the dash. You have like the RPM, you have like the speed, and then you have a third gauge, which is, we don't know what that is. Magic. Altitude. It's a flying mount, I guess. Let's see if I can jump out. I only know how to jump out through Chocobo. Yay. Hey, Rat. I don't have this out. I don't have this Aetheryte yet. Ooh. All right. Well, we did some fun dungeons today. Like I said, normally I go longer, but this week and next week I'm doing some shorter streams. And next week I'm adding a day, so yeah. It's been fun.